Hey guys, back again. Still drinking my rubbish because it's like 2 in the morning, so I'd have a late night. But anyway, about the title of this video, I wasn't sure whether to talk about fundraising to support African tech or just generally, or this specific idea of mine. And what it is because Japan now is trying to trade with Africa. What I thought is that an idea had to support African game makers and technology game makers, like in PCs, laptops, or website games, game system games, video games, and all sorts of games, and possibly have their own version of Street Fighter or Donkey Kong, or the games I used to play growing up, and Mortal Kombat, sorry, and all these different games, and possibly in partnership with like the Japanese government could encourage Sony and other Japanese companies, and possibly once they do it, other companies like Xbox by Microsoft, obviously, and others will want to follow suit. And basically it's to train up part of supporting African tech, and it's to train up Africans in making or creating their own games, basically. And yeah, like, so the Japanese government could encourage some of their companies from Japan, possibly offer tax deals or something like that, so that, and in partnership with the African countries, so that this could be part of the partnership, is my idea. I was thinking that all the videos I've made during October. I think I made a few in September, but if I could find out, hopefully I'll have the dates at the bottom of them anyway. So, and if they do make money in the future, if they do generate enough views, then I want to donate all the profits I make from my videos for October. As I say, if and when they do make profit, I want to donate that profit towards supporting Black and stroke or dyslexic entrepreneurs all around the world, especially in Africa, to support as many as possible. So if those videos do well and people actually do enjoy them, and they do support the channel, and I can work out any money I might make in the future for October, I want to donate, as I say, half of that money towards supporting Black business people around the world in all possible countries, especially across Africa, and the same for dyslexics, especially Africa's dyslexic population, but in all possible countries, really. Priority would be to support ones from Africa. And yeah, that's on the side note, but so I wasn't quite sure what to title this video, but I thought I'd stick with this specific idea of mine. Like, a lot of my ideas are, well, almost all my ideas I like to put my initials towards, but most of them now are towards philanthropy. But I just want to have the credit for coming up with the idea, but you heard it here first. But yeah, the game station is an idea I have, which possibly working with companies like Sony. Like Sony's got the PlayStation, so it's a sort of play on the word PlayStation to make it game station, where I'll say it would train up people from Africa to make games all over Africa, as many countries as possible, to network together making games, and like Sony to fund such, and maybe they can get tax deals or something, or they can look at Sony as a company would also make some of the profits, but also people from Africa would benefit somehow with some of the profits and all that sort of stuff, and also the self-esteem it could give them in making games and things like that. And I'd love to support Africa in all areas of technology, including especially the females from Africa in technology, but also people of all ages and backgrounds, as I've mentioned before, I think in some of my previous videos. And yeah, so I hope they'll make some really good games. I think it'd be cool. Obviously, they need the permission from companies like Sony, or like maybe Nintendo or Sega. So I'm sure someone still owns those companies. But yeah, if they could have some sort of agreement, I think it'd be great for different companies, possibly Sony, Nintendo, Sega, people who used to own those, or the Japanese government itself, or the people who made games, like as part of the trade deal. They could teach Africans to make games in part of that, and teaching as many Africans as possible. And then other companies like Microsoft, Xbox might want to do similar things. So I want to put the idea out there and then see how it grows. And hopefully people who are much more hardworking or smarter or more proactive or active than I am can develop those ideas, put them into practice, and support as many people from Africa as possible to develop games, as I say. So I don't know about the legalities of it all. But I think it'd be great if people from Africa could make their own Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Donkey Kong. I don't know if anyone knows what Donkey Kong is, but I used to play it a long time when I was little. When I was about 14 or something, I used to play it. And it's probably like a collector's item now. But anyway, yeah, so if they can make their own version or modern day versions or stuff like that. Obviously legally, as I say. Possibly as part of trade deals or something like that. They could be trained up, like say, Japanese companies training up people from Africa in return, possibly for trade deals, political support, and things like that. So as part of, I think it's called TIFAD or something like that. TICAD or TIFAD or something, where Japan trades with Africa as a continent, and now Russia and other countries want to trade in Africa, and maybe like all these countries, and I've probably mentioned this before, but all these countries like Russia or China or India who want to trade in Africa, like Africa countries, I think should work together as well as a unit and say we want training for young people, especially, or well, people generally, but especially young people who need jobs and can probably learn these things quicker and are going to be the future. But maybe like also teaching older people who can teach younger people as well, or in all areas of technology. And so one of my dreams is to support Africa in all areas of technology. Yeah, I'm a bit hyper at the moment, so I didn't really want to sleep. But I moved the kettle away because, as I mentioned in my last video, the video before that, there was a spider near the kettle, so I moved it to another place. So I'm hoping it will be better there. Yeah, so I'd love to hear what people think of the idea, and if people want to share the idea, and especially hope people from Africa will see the idea and they will find it interesting. Technically yesterday, because it's near 20 past 2 in the morning now, so technically yesterday was I was speaking to someone from Africa. Well, I think they live in the UK now. They wanted to support dyslexics from Africa, so they're asking me some ideas, and I was sharing excuse me, sorry. I was sharing some ideas with them, so it felt really good to help them out. If you can think of any questions for this idea as well, please post them. I'll do my best to answer the questions about. I'll give my best shot anyway, and maybe let's assume I'm quite naive in my ideas. Well, I am quite naive, but like my idea, let's say someone says a flaw with it, then other people can probably think of different ideas, alternative ideas, or things like that, which they could also share. So by sharing the idea, hopefully we can collaborate and look at how this can be put into practice, invested in, all that sort of stuff. As I say, two heads are better than one. But so if as many people as possible support this idea, I think it'd be even better. Surely billions of heads are better than just a few. And yeah, just collaborating on different ideas. Sorry, my voice is really not that great at the moment because I probably should go sleep earlier. But yeah, so as I say, I hope to support African technology as much as I can. Some videos that I make, I might specifically donate a certain percentage of, I might make specific videos where if it does make any money, if I get enough views from that video, I will donate that all the profits from it to towards things like African technology and things like that. I thought I'd continue to make the video till I finish my tea, but apologies if I'm waffling. I hope someone finds this idea interesting anyway. Again, I'd love to collaborate. Please don't hold back your feedback, but sorry, I don't want to waffle too much, so I might, and I know this video is just gone over 10 minutes, so I don't want it to be too long. Thanks to anyone who supports my channel. I really appreciate it. Please spread them, please share this video, and like it, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. P.S. If anyone does subscribe to my channel, supports my channel, then I can help more people. And also, if you subscribe to me, please let me know, and I'll try and subscribe to you back or like your videos as well.